Welcome to the second part of our interview with photographer and director Chase Jarvis. In this episode of reDefine, Chase shares some thoughts on how he deals with criticism, actually taking pride in being disruptive. And, while on the topic of criticism, some thoughts on dealing with the voices in your own head.
I just wrapped up a campaign for Naked Juice, the juice that's in all, it's everywhere.
Fan, drinker.
Yeah. Drinker, same.
I'm a drinker.
Oh my gosh, I power that stuff down. And Kate's like, how did you possibly spend $18 at Starbucks? I was like, well, I bought 4.
Got the green juice and then the mango orange juice and then
Naked Juice. No, but so that campaign is just, I just actually, a follower sent I don't know how they knew this, come to think of it, but they sent a picture of one of the ads in Rolling Stone magazine. So it's starting to run now, and it's really fun. It's a great campaign, great company with a great agency, and I'm excited that's hitting. There's a couple other projects that are not yet out that I can't. That's the.
You gotta stay quiet. Yeah, you're all excited.
Like, and for every 1 or 2 jobs we get to talk about, there's a half a dozen that we can't for some reason or another. And
Ever?
I think, it depends on the contract.
But there's sometimes that never?
Oh yeah. Oh, I know.
That's not that game that, you can have the best year of your life, but never be able to remember it.
Yeah, you can't
That's
remember
what you do, for real.
Over and over. And I think, frankly, a lot of that is getting reinvented. And a lot of it is getting discussed behind closed doors. Like, wait a minute. Are we missing an opportunity?
Yes, they are.
And they are. I was thinking, like, would you guys love to know what was going on before the rest of the world knew what was going on? And the answer is yes.
Tell me, well, 2 things. One, most people know you as, smart and creative and high energy and
now, be careful
hip
with the adjectives.
with great hair.
Great hair. Yep.
Hot wife.
That's true. She's over there. No, she left.
We'll send it to her.
Yeah. Thank you for saying that. There's $5 coming your way.
My question's going to be, what most people don't know is that you're actually a ridiculously nice human.
Thank you.
Like, truly. And
I had great parents.
You have great parents, but you really, you just are.
Thank you.
And from that place, sitting from that place, how does it feel to say, look, I'm doing great works, I'm putting out lots of information for free to a lot of people. I am enabling change in people's lives daily. I'm helping up and coming artists and bands and writers, get their name out. And you also have to take the flip side of that, which means you're a big name, you're well known, and you get people making snarky comments here and there. How does that feel, and what do you do with it?
Well, that's a 22-part question that you just asked. So I'm
22?
Yeah, 22. No, I think, well, first of all, I am incredibly grateful and humbled and excited for anyone who pays attention to what it is that I'm doing, whether they like it or are critical. I think that's one of the things that's really cool about the new era of creativity, about the new era of all of us being able to be both creators and distributors of the works that we produce. So I welcome any of that stuff, and I'm super grateful. And I think it's very fair to take pride in being disruptive. I mean, that's one of the things that I have gravitated towards ever since I was a little ornery punk. Disruptive thing is really being disruptive, not for the sake of being disruptive, but for the sake of having new ideas that are challenging the status quo. I think that artistically is crucial.
So when you got the no, you said you examined your psyche.
Yeah, I examined my psyche and was like, what messaging am I telling myself?
Yeah.
And it was just like, what messaging did I tell myself? And it was never a defeatist one. It was always, well, I bet my competitors are also hearing no right now, and if I just go one further,
nice,
just one more,
yeah,
then I might be able to persevere. And again, when you start to achieve some success, whatever your measure is, whether it's money or impressions or pictures or whatever, that if you can just get one and then just get to the next one, and hopefully and to never lose that. That's the thing that is so beautiful about art, is that you never have arrived. Even you're Andy Warhol, you're making works that they didn't become famous until long after you were dead.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And to me, that's beautiful and humbling, and it's neat. I don't know.
Yeah, no, and I love what you talked about, the message in your head, and thinking about that, because I can just boil it down to one of the things I've thought about is as a mother, when I hear thoughts come in that aren't that way, I think, would I ever say that to my kids? Would I ever look at my 6-year-old daughter and say, you're just not good enough to make it?
Wow.
Never.
Never.
Never. So why would I say it to myself?
It's an amazing, that's an amazing pattern. Can I swipe that?
Take it, it's yours.
Tamara would never say that to her kids. That's the message.
I won't say this to me, but we will. We'll treat ourselves like that, and yet, you know, we couldn't. You know, you wouldn't say it to your best friend. You wouldn't say it to your wife.
If you can wake up every morning and look at yourself in the mirror and saying, "I'm doing good work, or my best work, or the work that I need to get out of my body right now," that's cause enough to keep doing what it is that you're doing. And if you try and please everybody, what do you end up doing? You end up pleasing nobody, especially not yourself. Right. So critics are part of, as a creative, I mentioned earlier, hearing no a lot, or like all of those things are valuable and necessary in creating the kind of life and the kind of pictures that you want, because not everybody's going to see the world the same way I do.
Right.
But ironically, that's what you're getting paid for, because I don't need to get hired by 500,000 people a year, 5 million people a year. I need to get hired by 10 or 20, and then I've had a great year.
What's your favorite product right now? Your favorite thing to play with as it relates to your profession?
Wow. Right now, it's very, very physical.
Okay.
Like it's physical things, physical goods, film. You know,
literally.
Yeah, literally film. Like.
Yeah.
Put it in the tank and and get it out a week later or whatever. I very much like what Polaroid has always stood for, and I have a relationship with them. I think everybody at home should know that, or if they don't, they do now. Anything that has a physical representation, because there's.
No, I agree. Like the immediate.
There's so much. There's so much. So many benefits to the digital world that we live in.
Yes.
That what I like is sharing things. So we can tweet it out or Facebook it or Google Plus it, but also like I love an amazing Polaroid. Polaroid, when the digital revolution happened, didn't act swiftly enough, and they found themselves in bankruptcy, and a new owners group bought them out of bankruptcy, and the new owners group, they actually know what they're doing, and they have a vision for the brand to get it back to it never. In my opinion, it was never really tarnished. It was just a brand that kind of fell into disrepair. Right. And the new owner group is interested.
Which, in their defense, it's hard to keep up.
Yeah, and I think the vision that I'm trying to impart to the brand, and that I know this new owner group, it's been a couple of years now, 2 years now, but that they want it to very much be. What it has always been, which is kind of a brand for the people, without being too, without being too weird or trying to make some statement. It's like I think that is something that is pretty cool, and they have a foot in that nostalgia, actual print
the
physicality.
Polaroids,
right? And I think you'll continue to see that they'll be able to do a lot of stuff in the digital realm going forward. Right. And it's fun to be able to participate in both.
Thank you. You're awesome.
Oh my gosh! No, you're awesome. No, honestly, I'm grateful to have been on your show. Thank you. Kudos to you for all of the amazing success. And listen to what she says. She's smart.
What he said.
No, what she said.
Thanks, Chase. Check us out next time when we catch up with celebrated wedding photographer Jasmine Starr. And in the meantime, here's a fun little look at one of our most useful toys. When we're shooting for reDefine, we're always on the go and need our equipment like yesterday. That's why we love the Cambio camera bag, which is extra snazzy because it's not just a bag, but a built-in tripod. Whenever we sit down with guests, we grab the gear we need out of it, lock the wheels, pull up the handle, mount the camera, and we're all set to start filming. And there's tons of pockets and compartments to keep everything from exploding when we're running between locations. And even better, when we're all done shooting, we just close it all up and roll it straight on the plane as a carry-on too. You can get your own Cambio camera bag at Adorama.com.